I'm supposed to start now. Okay, what inspired me? So basically, I'm this type of person that I enjoy creating social events. I enjoy creating social events a lot. Actually, I just like it. It's something that I love doing. So that I mean that I that's like the major drive force that inspired me to actually go for this post. So wait, don't you start recording?
I'm recording. I'm recording. That's
It has to be true. No, in fact, it's three actually. There are three moments, three events basically. So first one was when we did the first ever event centered around women in construction space, other than hills. That was like the first ever in fact in the faculty. That was like the first ever event that would be centered around women alone. Then the next one was when we did the first ever outdoor movie night, Readers Connect. Then another one, I mean, the most anticipated after exams, after session party. That's Bricks, Rhythm and Chills. So yeah, those are like the three moments. Challenges, challenges, Paul. So basically, yeah, even before being an exco, it's like a big challenge having to like combine being a student and running my business, because I'm into prints and branding actually. So that one is even a challenge on its own. But taking up an exco role again added to it. But I mean, the passion was like the big driving force. So I mean, I could not even relent, even with the whole challenges and everything. I was still like focused that okay, this is what I want, these are the goals that I want to achieve being an ESCO. It's Builders Connect, our first ever outdoor movie night. Okay, if I would describe this tenure in 3 words for real, it has to be diligence, then tolerance also. We're able to tolerate one another for real. I won't even like it because me as a person, I'm a lot to tolerate. Then the last one has to be hardworking. Yeah, we were all hardworking for real. Yeah.
you. They go now. They go.
Okay, funny, unforgettable behind the scene moment was when we were planning the morning of when Adatani was supposed to take place, and we're still expecting the souvenir bags to reach us. Okay, I was not printing the souvenir bags, but like I said, I mean that one was planned with like low funding, but we still came up with it. So I mean, it was the morning of that event. We were still expecting the souvenir bags to reach us from my workshop. Actually, it did not get to us in time, but at least yeah. Don't worry. For every budget you come up with for your social event, there's going to be low fund. They will always cut it down. The department body will always cut it down. But I think you just have to like find that driving force, find your own driving force. Why you actually took up this ESCO position? You have to find that driving force, because at the end of the day, that is going to actually help you, because it's going to get to some moment that you will be left to do most of the funding yourself, have to raise funding, sponsorship and stuff like that. But when that driving force is there, I mean, it's going to keep you going.
Okay, 1 2 1 2. Can you guys hear me? Hey. Okay, so what inspired me? I actually love the idea of giving back to the people, and welfare is one of the ways someone can give back, because being a student for a long, like from year one to final year, you've seen a lot of things, and a lot of students need a lot of help. And as a welfare of the department, is always good to try to make sure we come in terms with those students and try to help them. Yeah, so that was what inspired me. So what was I proud of? Well, the one thing I was proud of was the Naobs website. And being a software engineer, it was really easy for me to design it. All I had to do was look for capable teams, and we had capable team. And being one of the team leads, I feel the website to do more justice in bringing out Naobs and what Naobs, tell us what more Naobs is about. And even as a fresher or someone that doesn't know what building is about, it will actually do a lot for them knowing what building is about. So yeah, so the website was a very good achievement, I believe, that I was able to do. Yeah, next question. Um, one of the challenge was that I was managing work with school. So because of that, a lot of times my role, other executive had to cover up for it in terms of maybe budgeting and stuff. So being at work and in school was really is a very taxing. It's not easy to split. They might need me here. They might need me to reply to some messages, and I won't be online till maybe after the day. So, well, luckily I had capable executives, so they were able to cover up my loophole, and I really thank them for them. Thank God for them, Jenny. Yeah. Favorite event was there are a lot actually, but some I could not attend. Well, bricks and shoes, then the Naobs conference, town and gown industry. Yeah, those two were two events that stand out for me. Yeah. Vibes on vibes.
Superstar. The guy won't be superstar.
Do I have any? I don't think I have any. Hey, there's not really any behind the scene moment like that. But there are a lot, but I can't just think of one now. There are a lot, yeah. So one piece of advice is that, as I'm sure one of the executives have said already, in terms of budgeting, you might be in the welfare department. Your role is really construed by the budget on ground. You might have a very big plan, and the budget to carry it might be non-existent. Like, but still, don't stop there and don't say, "Ah, you leave it," but still try 7 million barrel. No, see, wait, let me discuss that one. That 7 million where I described, now just first budget. We never budget them, as I said. You see, they said 7 million, but still, you get so. Ah, let me. Fuck my nudes.
Okay, so I guess I always wanted to go for post. I think I wanted to go for it in year three, but I just felt like, okay, probably this is the time to just start something and build myself. Let me build myself and yeah, improve my soft skills and my relationship skills with other students and people. Yeah, I think that was why. Okay, I think it was when we did the Naobs brand, because I did the design myself. So I think that was one of the achievements I was really proud of, and also the website. I think that would have to be multitasking, because aside doing the work of the, because I got promoted to general secretary, aside doing the work of general secretary, I also had to do designs for Naobs content for our Instagram and other content. So that right there was kind of challenging to balance both of them. So I think that was the only thing I had. The event that stands out the most to me is the Hard Data News. That was the first edition for the ladies. I got to be
Why did you like other times?
No, I was the co-host.
You were the co-host.
I was the co-host.
You started
Are you?
go on.
But yeah, they had that news, and also the award ceremony, because I also co-hosted the event also, and I got to win an award and certificate of excellence. That's also. Okay, let me just think. It is challenging, excellent, and fun. Unforgettable scene. I think it has to be the hard data news. There were a lot of. I think what stays in the pink room. I think what happened in the pink room stays in the pink room. Yes. So I would not say. Okay, if I could leave a message, I guess I would say teamwork makes the dream work. Understanding your team members, their strengths and their weaknesses, and you guys should be able to know when to balance each other out. It's not just a one man party. I think you guys have a team to do everything for you guys.
Take it like this. Honestly, yeah, I took up the role initially. I just say I wanted it on my CV initially, but then after I gave it a lot of thought, I discovered that okay, I want to actually serve the association in a greater capacity than just being a member of the association. During this tenure, I think all our achievements, or pulling off all our events with limited resources and limited time, like blow my mind. The constant budget cutting, limited money and resources, and shankings from different places and people, and getting students to turn up for like the events and everything, like it was a lot, but I'm glad we made it through. Okay, the one that stood out the most has to be Adat and News, the planning and executing Adat and News. That's the planning and executing Adat and News that stood out like a lot, because that one Adat and News is a bit personal to me, very personal to me. So yeah. Three words: growth, collaboration, and impact. The planning of freshers orientation, beginning of the tenure, that was chaotic. The real definition of chaos. And other than news, man, soft use my eyes to see pepper. But we give it to God. Listen more than you speak. Be patient. Be patient, honestly. That's all.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Okay, what inspired me is that to create impact in the association as Naobs, and also to have more leadership experience. Okay, one of the proudest moments or achievements is going to Ife to compete with other fellow Naobs and taking the first position. So that was one of the proudest moments. Okay, one of the challenges I face is in terms of balancing the executive position and the academics, because 500 level is a bit challenging with project and other, but I was able to overcome it with the help of the fellow Excos and some of my classmates. So I think I have a lot, but one of them is the Ghana industry, and let's say the bricks and chews. Okay, one is impact, the impact we laid down or created, and also the achievements we've laid down, and also the challenges. Okay, those are during the planning stage of the event in terms of budget, like trying to cut or manage our budget. Those moments are very funny. Okay, one of my advice is we should be patient and also work together as a team and be ready to sacrifice. If you are ready to sacrifice as an ESCO, you surely see a lot of other students that will be ready to also sacrifice.
So I saw like different issues, and I knew that I had like what it takes. I had the capacity and capabilities to make things better than what I had seen since I came into Unilag. It will look like I'm just like trying to sweet talk the whole process, but at the same time, I will attribute everything to the fact that I was in a team of very resourceful people. So being in that team is one of my proudest moments, because I can't even imagine I've been in another team. But another proudest moment is the fact that I was able to set up like new initiatives that I know that will be lived long, even beyond my stay in Unilag. Biggest challenge was like at the beginning phase, when a lot of us have not really understood what we are really there for. So sometimes it was so hard to try to paint that picture of where we are supposed to be and what we should be working at. But along the line, we figured it out, and I'm proud about that. So yeah, like we all know how like the first semester came with a very big bang, a very big surprise, where we were told that we'll be going on we'll be having our lectures virtually. We knew, because we all had plans, like each executive, even the different committees had plans, but we knew that most of our plans will have to like change. Many executive council like her own would have just like maybe just relaxed and not do anything. But we came on board and we were able to initiate our first ever like YouTube channel, so we could like host our tutorials, and also like we could host our tutorials. We could host like hybrid tutorials. That's like my biggest like proudest moment, because now the YouTube channel could be used for many great things along along the line in the departments, even beyond our own tenure, and for like future generation. And people could go back to our YouTube videos to also learn, and also like to reflect on things that we've done before, and also to sorry, this word is not leaving my own head now. But basically now students can actually like go back to rewatch and also to learn. You don't really need to meet you don't need to meet your seniors to explain certain things to you. Everything now is in the YouTube channel. So that's like a legacy project, and I'm very, very proud of it. So I'll say patience, innovation, and exposure. I think I've had this one in my head since. So basically, the behind the scene is actually the freshers orientation. We could all see like the success in our freshers orientation with the fact that we organized freshers orientation, and it came out so big and so successful. But that freshers orientation comes a backstory where one of our executives had to like leave office. We had like internal issues, a lot of internal issues. The internal issues would have contributed to the freshers orientation not being held, but we were able to pull ourselves together and we organized a very impactful event. Okay, so like it could get tough, but don't forget why you went there in the first place.
You went there to place an impact. You went there to show yourself. You went there to show that you could lead, and you could also you could also lay you could also like place a very big mark in the department. Never forget that. As when things get tough, always remember your why, and trust me, everything will come out fine. Yeah.
I don't know, is this okay? Okay. Okay. Oh, what inspired me? Well, the money. No. I'm actually joking, actually. But that's where my skill set is actually. Like anything that has to do with treasury, finance, calculating money. If it's over, I'm there, like, and I'm good. Um, Carrying out everything, all my duties, fulfilling all my roles, and just being efficient to the T. Like, one challenge was probably like the proximity, because the first semester was an online semester and I was at home in Abeokuta. So whenever we had like events, or like whenever I was needed and I was in Abeokuta, so how was I able to do that and everything like that? I mean, it happened. I don't know how, but it happened. Personally, not to be a feminist, but it was the hard hat and nails. I loved it. The first of its kind. It was the first of its kind, and it was really, really nice, and it went perfect. So yeah. Okay. To describe tenure in 3 words, I would say it was impactful, collaborative, and fulfilling. Personally, yeah, it is when all of my colleagues will be accusing me of missing meetings because I'm always on the train. I'm not always on the train, but sometimes I am on the train. But that's it. But I'm not always on the train. For the next executive, not only for the next treasurer, but like let me say for everybody in general. But for the next treasurer now, please don't embezzle. They will catch you. Don't embezzle. There's no money in Naobs for everybody. There was accountability. Please be accountable. Please be accountable. They will ask you for screenshots and everything, and then everybody try to be collaborative. Like, you all might not have been friends from the very beginning, or like might not have been lucky to be friends from the beginning, like us, but like still collaboration goes a very, very long way, and like it makes for like a better tenure, you know. So we have examples.
Okay. See how I put down. Okay, basically, I don't know, but there's just I somehow in a way I like serving people in a way. There are 2 reasons, though. Let me be honest. Number 1, normally, was because I wanted to have it on my CV. I was just like, okay, I've served as an executive, and I actually like serving people. I've right from secondary school, I've always served in different roles, and like, so I wanted to have the full experience in school. So yeah. I don't know, but I feel bringing our social media back to life. I mean, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on LinkedIn, we have TikTok. So about man, and I actually heard, I've seen people tell me that actually, like, I could see what's going on. Like, the people have graduated and saying that they can see what's going on in the department. So it was something I was very, very proud of, to keep people engaged and to keep people informed. Yeah. I think one of the challenges would be you know, battling being an executive, and before I was battling just school and work. But then when you become an executive, there's a whole lot on you again. So battling being an executive, battling school, and battling work wasn't easy. You know, having to sometimes I have to go to work, and at the same time I have to come back, you know, to perform my duties as an executive. So, and in a way, it showed in my GP, but we move again. I would say the Gawan industry, the planning, because trust me, there were impromptu meetings, and some of those things actually just made it more interesting. And the fact that we could wrap it up with with an award ceremony, and you know, appreciate a lot of people, is something that I actually really appreciate that we could do together as a team. You know, because no, that was very, very top notch. 3 words: fun. There's one word I'm thinking of. Fun, we're strategic, and then tolerance. Yeah. I think having to shoot content sometimes. Honestly, God, having to shoot. There was a time I was editing one video till like
The struggle,
midnight.
the suffer is
You have
real.
to gather people. Some people just say, nice, more. To gather people and the work behind it. Obviously, I don't like my face, the camera and stuff. But yeah, I think that's it. Tolerate yourselves and cover your mistakes. Yeah, it's help a lot. You guys should be together. Don't just decide to do your work alone and say because you are doing to do that alone. So you guys should work together. Collaborate. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah.
Nothing serious per se. Since I entered uni like 2020, January 20, I've always been involved in sports. Any sports tech that is going through the faculty knows that there's somebody in building that is interested in sports. So having the opportunity to go was like it was more like I'm privileged. So I enjoy anything that deals with sports. So that's just the thing that inspired me. Well, I can describe it, but I really want everybody to say it. Everybody knows that the HOD games in building was the biggest in the faculty this past session. So I mean, as the sports tech of the department, that's my proudest moment. I can't even lie. Anytime I go back to any video or pictures from that time, I'm always very, very proud for all we could achieve together as a team. I understand that people might not see it as a challenge per se, but personally, as a person, I had to understand that yes, I am the sports tech, but I'm also an executive before I was a sports tech. To bring myself to the understanding that there are other roles that I can participate in that necessarily does not have to be sports. I mean, not everybody see it, but it was a challenge at first that do I have to do this? It's not my role now, but then we became a family, and then that was how I was able to handle it. The HOD games definitely stand out, but the one that sticks to me the most was the ability of the team to achieve everything we had laid out to like at least a 90%, I could say 98% achievement success or success rate rather. 3 words. For someone that like using words so much, I can't think of anything.
One eternity later.
It was fun. It was collaborative. It was collaborative, yeah. And personally for me, I don't know the word for this, but it opened my view to so many possibilities when you are working with people. So, was the fact that when we're doing the first semester, we had to be innovative. So it was not funny, but it was a good behind the same moment. Yeah. Yeah, I think just see yourself as one group of family from different mothers that just you came together for the greater good. Because honestly, yeah, Naobs is on a rise, and I want it to stay that way. So yeah, I wish you guys the best of luck.